Hey YouTube, what is up? And today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about Redstone. Now this is pretty much the basics on Redstone, what you need to know to get started on building. So to show you, I'm going to just get some Redstone. I'm going to get a repeater, and I'm going to get a Redstone comparator, whatever that's called, and a Redstone torch, and yeah, I'm going to give me a lever and a button, and why not a piston to show you how to activate some stuff. Okay, so whenever you're building redstone, um, let me show you how a switch works first. So you could have a switch on the ground and have redstone connected to the switch, or you could put the switch up on a block, and this block right here, once you turn the switch on, this whole block sends out power in any direction. And by any direction, I mean anywhere which is below it, because it goes straight down. It also goes beside it. See it on the sides. It also goes on top of it, and right here because the switch is in front of it. Now whenever you have a switch that is stacked up on two blocks, which is what normally people have, you have to come in the back and do this, because whenever this block sends power, it doesn't send power to this block and then connect to this block. No, you have to build up and connect to this block. That's basically what it's doing. This whole block is full of redstone. I can put it right here and it's connected. I can put it on top and it's connected. Just anywhere that's level, like it also work below it. So this block's going to send out a signal of redstone. Just remember that. Same thing with the button though, but the button is only like 3 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 about 1, 2. About a second. So that's the default about the button, but the button's good for cobblestone generators. Well, anyway, so here's how you would build a switch that's leveled. So let's make a little thing with this switch. Okay, so say I wanted one piston to be powered at this level. Well, you could do this, or you could do this. Note that if you have two pistons side by side like this, and you do this, as soon as you go to connect it to the other one, it's not going to work because it has to be going into it. So your best bet is to just put a repeater and then connect it, and then see two of them work side by side. Now let's say you want to activate a sticky piston at this height. Well, you're going to have to get a block that's that high, and you're going to have to you can do the same, connect it with redstone, or you can put a repeater and connect it. So that's how that works. Also, redstone will travel down one, and what I mean by that is if you put a piston below it, it will travel down. Now if you were to put a block right here, well, this block has power to it because the repeater's putting power into that block. Well, hey, it's going to travel down, it's going to travel to the side, and it's going to travel above it, and all that other good stuff. So, but for this section, I'm just going to do the pistons. So now let's go with another thing. So let's say it's on, but down you really want it to be off, and up is on, but as you see, up is off. Well, one way to reverse that is to put a redstone torch. So whenever you put a redstone torch on a block and put power to that torch, the torch will turn off. Now notice that if you put it on the ground, it don't do nothing. You have to put it on the block that has redstone to it. Now you could do this. Let me just go ahead and put this right here. You could, let me turn this on. You could connect redstone to it, or you could put a repeater to it. And basically that's the two things you can do with that. And well, let's go ahead and connect to it. As you see, down is off, up is on, and voila, off, on. So that's how you invert redstone. Now let's look at making actually, let me show you also how you're supposed to use repeaters. You can use them for delays, but another way to use them is for whenever redstone travels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 blocks. As you see, this one doesn't have that stuff coming out of it. It's a dead line. So if you connect something to it, let me go ahead and just get this for now. Whenever you connect something to it, it's going to be dead. But as you see, this right here still has power to it, and it lights it up. Well, right before the line turns dead, you want to delete it, put a repeater, and the repeater powers up, and then you can keep going. So that's how that works. I'm going to delete that real quick. Okay, so now let's look at a torch. Yeah, so let's say your line is dead. So I have a dead line here. You don't want to put a torch on it because the torch has no control. It's going to stay on no matter what. Oh, you gotta put repeaters going to it. So the torch is dead right now. I mean, the torch isn't dead. The torch has no control over it. So what you want to do is you want to put a block with the torch that has control. So now you see you can easily access the torch. Now let's talk a little bit about delays when it comes to repeaters. Let's say I don't want them all to turn on at the same time. I want this one to turn on at a different rate. So I want it to be one, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, and 4 ticks. Okay, so now whenever I go to turn it on, I'll just get far enough. Now whenever I go to turn it on and off, as you see, it makes that little tick. Now here's a little bit more advanced. Whenever you want to keep the tick going in a line, well, you do the same thing. You line up your repeaters. Repeaters. 1, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, and 4 ticks, and 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, and I'm gonna do one more. 4 ticks. Well, it's gonna look something like this, and that ain't what you want it to look like. Well, unless you have a design for that, but it's gonna look something like this. It has little sections, and well, you really don't want that. I'm gonna just boost this signal up by doing that. Okay, so you want to find out where your 4 ticks are. So you have one right here. So you're gonna come off of it with 4 ticks, and you're gonna come back with 4 ticks, and you're gonna connect them. And you're gonna do that again over here. Come off with 4 ticks, come back on with 4 ticks, and connect them. So now what this does, as this right here is going, it has 4 ticks of delay, and then this one has 4 ticks of delay, so that's what that one's for. And then it's gonna do it again, and then this one's powered, and the process just repeats. So now it's going to be a long line like that. It's just a little glitchy because of how I'm recording, but as you see, it's a little line like that. Oh, kind of a big lag there. But that's how that works. And I'm trying to think of something else to show y'all. Oh, I just thought of it, so I'm not even gonna worry about that. Okay. So now let's talk about redstone torches whenever they're connected to a power block. So you have it connected, and it works right there, on and off. Now let's say you had it up one more. Say you had it this high. Well, redstone torches, they travel down one, and they travel this one. They don't travel up unless you put it directly above the torch. So directly above the torch will work as well. Yeah, that don't work. We have to have it either directly above the torch or you can have it just like, oh, or right below it, or just as if it was a repeater, kinda. Just have to have it level with the top block. So, and yeah, you can't have it below it either. So I can have it either 1, which is directly on it, or like this, or 2, like that, and I can turn it on and off as well. So that's how that works. And I'm trying to think of something else, but I think I covered everything on how to invert, how to use delays, how to get redstone pistons to work properly. Um, and I think that's about it. If you have any ideas or need help with building something, just leave a comment. I will get back to you on that eventually. I check my YouTube about every day. But some days I don't check it, but that's the days that on the weekends I most likely won't check it, but some days on the weekends I do. It's just weekends are basically my days that I don't make videos. Most of the time I might be posting them, but I don't make them. Well guys, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a like and comment if you have any questions. Also comment if you like it and if it was useful, and also subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.